Hi, this is Donnell Cooper again with another installment of It Makes Commentary Sense. I'm going to try to do this installment without getting emotional because I'm going to be talking about the Reproductive Health Act. That's the new law signed by New York's Governor Cuomo, which basically extends the existing abortion laws that were already on the books. Now, under the previous law, in the state of New York, it was okay for you to abort your baby of this size, maybe a little smaller, maybe a little bigger. But if this were a real baby and inside of a mother's womb, you can honestly tell that this is a baby. It's a human being, it's a life, not just some blob of flesh or whatever other terms they try to use to call the baby. But again, under the previous law, whatever, abort it. Now, under the new law, you can abort a baby of this size. Yes, a full-term baby. Now, again, if this were a real baby, and if this was inside of a mother's womb, you can obviously tell that this is a human being, this is a life, this is a baby. But under the new law, full-term baby, whatever. Abort that baby too. Now, this law has been floating around New York since about 2007 under the former governor, Eliot Spitzer. If you do your research, which I highly suggest that you do, that name may sound familiar to you. Well, anyway, the law never got on the books because it was always blocked because there were Republicans in the state Senate that always blocked it. Well, fast forward to 2019, and the state of New York is now completely controlled by Democrats. Also, too, we now have Donald Trump in the White House, and it seems like New York, or just Democrats in general, just obviously hate that. So this law was pretty much just railroaded right on through. Again, there was no one to block it. Which, speaking of blocking, that brings me to my next point. Where is the church on this subject? Where are the Protestant and Catholic churches on this subject? Now, there's some rumblings going on now in the media with some of the Catholic churches kind of speaking up now. But it's a little too late because the law has already been passed. But where's the Protestant churches? Protestant as in your denominational churches, you know, your Baptists, your Pentecostals, your Lutherans, your Methodists, your whatever else is, all the other denominations. Where are they? Where's their uproar? Where was their uproar back when this was floating around back in 2007? Well, you know what? I'm probably going to step on some toes by saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to tell you exactly where the church's stance is on this subject. Or better yet, I should say a lot of the church leaders' stances are on this subject and a lot of others. They're too busy selling books, doing Hollywood productions, trying to fill up seats, or covering up their scandals to take on issues like this. When is the church going to actually stand up and protest and have demonstrations and have rallies, all the things that, you know, the liberals and Democrats and all the other interest groups do to get things like the Reproductive Health Act passed? Where's the church? When is the church going to actually do something besides sitting in the pews looking pretty? When is the church actually going to stand up and do something to stop things like this? I'm Donnell Cooper, and this is It Makes Commentary Sense.